Hey guys, so we are back at it trading options again. So today I'm watching QQQs by ExxonMobil and Bank of America. I made my first trade on Best Buy because they had some pretty good earnings. They were up like about 11.2% from their prior quarter. So we made a pretty good ROI on that one. So I do have a rule of 3 to 5. So whether I have 3 losses or 3 wins, I pull out. Like, I'm done, close the machine, on to my life. And again, like 3 to 5 trades could be anywhere from 15 minutes to 1 hour to about 4 hours max. So today we did 1 trade that won and we did 2 that lost. So we have either 1 more loss or 2 more wins in our bucket. A little bit of a recap of what's been happening with the market today. Complete crash. Like, I had a call on QQQ that I was swinging it for today. No, completely just lost so much value. And I was like, I'll just sell this for like $30, at least make my $30 back. So I've been doing a lot of shorts. The only call that I did today was for Best Buy because of their earnings, like I mentioned. So when we do our deeper dive, you're going to see that the market is either going sideways or it's dropping significantly. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're just here watching Bank of America. As you can see here, it is not, this is my support here. This is my resistance. It's currently on the 5-minute timer and there's 50 seconds left. I am waiting for the next one to start, the next candle to form, so that if it breaks this resistance, I know that I can do a call option to at least go up to the 38.46 Fibonacci line. If the next candlestick is actually on the decline, we will go ahead and do a put so that we can get down to 37.57. I will say, based on the 5-minute line and the MACD is super low, but it is trying to curve up, so we don't have a full confirmation yet if this stock price will actually rise from here, because the market is on a complete downward trend today. So I'm just waiting to see what the next candlestick will do. Okay, so the next one is starting now. We're on the 5-minute candle, so this is like the longest 5-minute of my life right now. So as you can see, it started a little bit higher, but it wants to go down. So this right here could be a possible fake breakout. And you see, this is automatically telling me this is resistance, this is support. I should be looking more so towards a put. But again, we don't know. I hate these little bars, the dojis, because it's like the market is indecisive, which makes us indecisive, and you never buy when you're indecisive. So again, MACD is here. The histogram is giving, there's no support. It's very low, lots of sellers. We have 21,000 sellers. That's a lot of sellers. We also have 24,000 buyers. So as you can see, the red turned into green when the buyers are much more higher. So we're just gonna wait again, because in this case, I don't have full confirmation just yet. So as you can see, it's wanting to break that resistance of 38.12. We're at 38.10. The MACD is still pretty low. I don't see it wanting it to cross over. So this will be a very slow bull run. Again, I'm not too confident in buying, because this is giving me a breakout, but until, you see, now it's breaking. Now that it's breaking, and then it went back down. You see, this is where things get super tricky. When you're trading, you need to find A+ setups. If you don't find an A+ setup, you might as well just not even waste your money. In this case, it's not breaking that 38.12, and if it doesn't break that 38.12, I cannot put a call onto this. So we're just gonna wait and see what it does next. We have 2 minutes left in this for this candle to specifically form. So we'll see what happens. Now we're taking a look at QQQ, my favorite. I lost $96 on this trade today. I swung it from yesterday and I did a call, and pre-market and overnight it basically tanked all the way to like 452, and I like the entire option was like worthless almost. I mean, I did like sell it for like, $30, but I bought it for much more. So in this case, so as you can see here, we're on the 5-minute candle. MACD is really high. There's support here. Although this is a red candle and it's indecisive, I do think that we are on a rise, breakout, and then a rise, just based on the volume. There is 19.8K sellers, which is why this is wanting to go down. It's red because there are people coming in to sell. But if we can get more buyers to come in than 20K sellers, then we can definitely push this. All right, so we're back with QQQ. As you can see, with the sellers, we're not able to come in and help us out. So we're up to 22.24K sellers. I'm sorry, I meant the buyers were not able to come in. But now we have 178 buyers, but then we have 284 sellers. So whenever you have more sellers, you know that your price will be declining. However, they're battling it out right now, right? Like there are sellers coming in and there are buyers coming in, and they're just battling it out. That's why like this has just pretty much been on the sideways type of trend. I don't know any trader that trades on sideways. We either trade up or we trade down. You never want to trade sideways because you're not going to make any money and you're probably most likely going to lose money. In this case, the MACD is still above that line. We have some support here to keep the price high, but we don't have enough selling power, enough shorters to come bring this back down to 452. So far I have made 3 trades today. I have a rule where, 3 to 5 trades max, whether I'm losing or winning, I pull out. My first trade of the day was Best Buy, first time ever trading Best Buy. They had earnings that came out and their earnings were actually pretty good. Although the revenue was pretty low, earnings is what we typically care about, and we're at 11.18% higher than prior quarter. So in this specific case, I got in around 78 or 79, like right when that bar was forming, right at 6, I think I bought at 6:34 a.m. And then I rode this all the way up until this line here. I sold approximately at 8103 or 6. I sold right at that resistance line. I did not keep holding because it's part of my rule where we sell when we see profits of at least 30. So I was able to sell right at that resistance. We had a $2 increase. So that was a really nice trade. Early in the morning, we got in at 6:30 and I believe I was out by 6:45. It was a quick little 15-minute trade there. And then it was a decline. So I saw on a scanner that I currently use that it was doing a reversal, which it was. So I got in kind of late. I got in down here-ish and it kind of went back up. And I did lose lose about 5% of what I had risked, but I pulled out right away, which is also part of my rule. And then I left BBY alone after that because clearly right now it's doing a trend that I'm not really trying to trade. So now let's look at ExxonMobil. This is so funny that it's actually going down to 113.59 because this is kind of where I had to end up selling. My goal was to get it down to 113.34. I ended up getting in right at 113.70 up here. Wrote it down down to 113.47, but I was only up 1%, so I was hoping for it to break down to this support level of at least 113.32 or 34, which it did not do that. It just kept testing this area and it did not move from this area. As you can see, it's been a couple of hours and it's been kind of sideways between the 73 and the 58. Even now, this shot rocketed straight down to 113.58, but it did not break that support level. So it likes it there, I'm seeing that it again wants to break, but it's not breaking. We have 5,300 sellers, which is pretty good for ExxonMobil. We do have some news here. So some news that just came out. Marathon bondholders signaled deal ahead of ConocoPhillips merger. So I believe ConocoPhillips is buying out Marathon and then Hess bought out Chevron. So there's a lot of movement with oil companies right now. That's why I think that let me tell you guys, typically ExxonMobil is in the 115, 116. So when this actually takes a nice bull run, it will be a very great stock to trade. But yeah, so we had a nice little upward trend. We went down a little, then we went all the way up. We went down a little. We're kind of going to the side, and I truly think we may be on our way up to 113.98, but this is not a good chart right now. MACD is low and volume is low, so we'll see what happens. we're back on SPY. I think we might trade this one because we are significantly rising at 524.46, and the lowest we were at was 522.87 today, which is our support. As we can see, it has completely shot down, kind of similar to QQQ and all the other ones we just saw. Went up, did a nice little breakout, went up again, it's breaking out, and now it's going up again. I know that if it passes this 524, look, it's trying to go down now. I know that if it passes this 524.50, we'll have a new support line, but until then, our new support is 524.19. If I do buy a put, I am hoping that it would get down to 523.68 based on the analysis. MACD is super high for it to be on the 5-minute candle, and then volume, 3,900 sellers, not a lot of volume there for selling, so I'm thinking that if we have a lot of buyers coming in, so the buyers and the sellers are pretty much battling it out because it's like 4,900 sellers, 5,300 sellers, and then the same amount of buyers. So we're just trying to figure out what's going to happen. As you can see, it's testing that resistance, but it's not wanting to break it. It's definitely broken down this support line of 524.19. This yellow line here is my VWAP, which is at 524.03. We are technically above the VWAP at 524.36. So again, not sure what it's trying to do here, right? I think this is going to be a breakout to do a bull run because of that MACD is showing us that our strength is relatively high. We have a lot of power to keep it high. So we're just going to wait and see how this plays out. But I do think that this might be a really nice put. I like to also, like, right now it's kind of like lunchtime, so market's very weird. I do like to wait maybe towards the end of the day to do a put because that's when everybody comes in to sell. So SPY did break that 524.50, but it didn't break it a lot, right? Like, it's just because it went up a little bit doesn't mean that it actually broke it. It's testing it to see like, hey, do I want to break it or not? Look here, we have 19.8K buyers. And that will automatically indicate to me that we have a lot of power here. So that's why it keeps rising. We have 35 seconds left in this. If we see another, this is definitely going to be a bull run to 525. But when it drops, it's going to drop very nicely. And that's when we're going to get in. We always want to get in at resistance if we're going to short it. And you always want to get in at support if you're going to do a long. Stay tuned. So after further research, I think I'm just going to stick with SPY and QQQ per my usuals. As you can see, this is rising very nicely. We're probably going to get to our 524.98. Same here. QQQ typically follows SPY. So look how quickly that went up. Thank God we didn't put a put on this. So we're going to wait to see if it breaks that 454.33. Lots of buyers coming in. As you can see, it is skyrocketing. It's not. I have to wait for it to break that resistance. Same here with SPY. As you can see, SPY has hit it. It basically hit 524.98, but it hasn't broke it yet. So now we know that based on this trend, right, we went down, right? We did a cupping. You know, I love my cupping. Kind of went down a little, and now it's rising up. So what goes up must come down. So we're going to wait to do a short on SPY and QQQ. All right, I have to hurry up and go ahead and buy this. Look at that. Look at, it's time for me to come in right here. That is my doji. It is pushing down. They are very indecisive between this. Look at how many buyers, 79K, 80K buyers. But I think the sellers are going to come right here and dump us out. Same here with QQQ. The sellers are coming in at 10.5K. That candlestick is pushing down, right? So in this case, we might be buying a put on QQQ. Look how SPY just literally mimicked QQQ. 82,000 sellers. We're going to short SPY. So update on what happened. I'm super big on getting my confirmation. So although this got me ready, this killed my confirmation. We had a lot of buyers that came out. Look how many buyers we have, 29K rising by the moment. They're trying to ride it up to that 524.98, maybe even to that 525 to have a new record high. As you can see, we're on the 5-minute and it is just rising up. Same thing here for QQQ. They follow each other very nicely. Lots of buyers, 45K buyers, that's a lot. Might be an institution coming in. So we're holding. I always need confirmation for my trades. I did not receive that final confirmation. This is where I was like, it might be a put. But then this came in and I said, Not at all. So we're just gonna let this ride out. As you can see, it went down. Now it's cupping to possibly go all the way up to break its high of the day. Same here for SPY. So we're just waiting again. Stay tuned. We're breaking our rules today. I am gonna enter for one more trade. This will be my last trade of the day. Typically, we're looking at QQQ. This is disgusting. Okay, it will come, break out, be fake, and then come down and then break out. It was just the most indecisive chart ever, just going up a little, but it doesn't want to even reach the next potential of 453.83. So I'm just waiting here. I do want to enter when it gets like up here by the resistance. I'm usually end of day, just everybody just sells and it dumps off. So I am trying to wait to see if it can at least get somewhere mid here, and then once it starts to decline, I will go ahead and jump in. I do want to jump in right around this area, but again, the lowest it'll get is 452, and I don't want to buy so close to the support. So story of our lives as traders, we just wait and see what happens. Lots of volume coming in for this. I literally screamed. This just shot straight down within 1 minute. This is SPY. Let's see what's happening now. This is fake. This is not real. There's only 13K buyers coming in. I'm telling you guys, this shot down so freaking quick. I had to move my Fibonacci. Yeah. I know that QQQ is probably going to be next up here. And as you can see, it completely followed the line that I created. It's going to probably cup and go right back up later tomorrow. Market is about to close and it is nasty today. I love end of day because people are pumping and dumping at end of day. And as you can see, look, I knew that was fake. I told you guys, it's fake and then it's going to come right back down. But it did start on the top, so there might be a possible up. I literally screamed. This just shot straight down within 1 minute. This is SPY. Let's see what's happening now. This is fake. This is not real. There's only 13K buyers coming in. I'm telling you guys, this shot down so freaking quick. I had to move my Fibonacci. Yeah, I know that QQQ is probably going to be next up here. And as you can see, it completely followed the line that I created. It's going to probably cup and go right back up later tomorrow. Market is about to close and it is nasty today. I love end of day because people are pumping and dumping at end of day. And as you can see, look, I knew that was fake. I told you guys, it's fake and then it's going to come right back down. But it did start on the top, so there might be a possible up. So we were definitely in a bear market today. So lots of puts, lots of short selling. So that was great. So I definitely stuck to my 3 trade rule today. Proud of that. Yeah, so that's how today went. Very interesting market. Excited to see how tomorrow's going to turn out because I feel like on Thursdays, the past few weeks, we've just been dumping like lots of shorts on Thursdays. So I think Friday is just going to soar, but you never know what the market could do. Let me know how you feel about my content on how I day trade. Like, comment, share, and follow. Bye.